Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation, and I'm very excited today. I'm going to share some very exciting things with you. So what is the agenda for today's session? Today we are going to talk about how you can use open source tools to increase your productivity. Now we are going to be doing all this on Linux, so in case you don't know what Linux is, I'll just give you a brief primer. Linux is a free and open source operating system, and it is based on a FOSS philosophy, which is free and open source, that all software should be open source. And the reason for that is because today we live in a society where it is very important for you to be digitally literate. If you don't know how to use a computer, how to check your emails, basically you are not part of the human civilization. How do you get your tax refunds, etc. So to be a human, you have to be digitally literate. But unfortunately, even today, there are many people who do not have access to computing, and open source software reduces this barrier for entry into the world of computing. Now, of course, you still have to pay for hardware, but at least, some costs have been shaved off. So, I personally feel, this is just my opinion, I'm sharing my opinion with you. I personally feel that it is very important for human rights that open source community, open source software should flourish. But anyway, that is a discussion for another video maybe. Here I want to discuss with you how you can use the free and open source software to increase your productivity. So you already work on a computer, you know how things work on a computer, you move things around, you do some things on computer using GUI tools. Here I'm going to show you an alternative way of doing these things. My only request is that you watch this presentation on a computer, not on a phone, because the fonts are going to be very small. So you will not be able to see things properly. But on the computer, you should be able to see it. Also, my intention here is not to show you as a tutorial how to do these things. Maybe I can make those videos in the future if there is enough interest. But my motivation in this video is to show you what is possible. And you may agree or disagree with some of the things, but the point here is that you should be able to take some inspiration on how you can make your own digital lifestyle more productive. So let's talk about the first thing, which is navigation. We all have to navigate our file system. We open folders, we open them in tabs, etc. So let me show you a system which I use. This is called Ranger. My entire productivity system is set up on the Linux stack. So the terminal which I am using, the shell which I am using is called Xonsh, Xonsh, and this is Ranger. So Ranger is a terminal based file manager. So I am using a terminal called Alacritty, and everything I am doing is inside a terminal. So let's say, for example, we go to the first demo where I will show you how we can move things around inside a directory. So let's say, for example, there are certain files I require. I have some subtitles file which I want to move into another directory called subtitle. So see how easily I can do that. All I can do is I can press FM, and by the way, let me turn on the screen key so you can see what I'm typing. So I can say mark VTT. You can use a regular expression also, which is another thing I recommend you learn, which is regular expressions. So you do that, and you see all the VTT files have been selected. Selected files are here shown in yellow. So now let's say I want to move these selected files into a new folder. So what I can do is I can say DMN, and I can give the name of the folder. Let's say the name of the folder is subtitles. And you see all the subtitles have been moved into this folder. Now right now I am talking to you, I am also explaining things. So it took some time to do it, but when you are working in real time, all it takes is just a couple of keystrokes and it is done. Now another thing I want to show you is opening of multiple tabs. So let me go home and let me randomly select a few folders. Let's say I select this folder, I select this folder, and let's say for example, I select this folder. I want to open these folders in new tab. So all I need to do is just press two keystrokes, BO, and you see the folders have popped up over here. I can press tab to switch through those folders. So this is a backup, documents, and the other folder which I opened, Anaconda. And if I want to close them, I can press Q, and Q, and they will close the folder. So you see how easy and how quick it was to navigate the file system. And another thing which I want to show you is how quickly you can compress and uncompress files. Let's say I have this subtitles folder and I want to compress this. So all I need to do is I say ECF, which is a shortcut which I have set. You can set your own shortcuts. This is what made sense to me, that execute compress file. So I say ECF and I can give it a name. Let's say something like subtitles, and you see the archive has been created. Another thing you will notice is when I hover over the files, I select the files. You can select the files using JKL, which is Vim binding, which is another software you should learn, Vim and Emacs. It's going to make you much more productive. So your subtitles have been compressed. Now let's say, for example, I want to extract it to a new folder. So I can say execute extract file, and I can give it a name, and you can see that the subtitles have been extracted into that particular folder. So how quickly we were able to go and we were able to move between directories, create directories, move files into directories, etc. Now let's move to the other section of the presentation, which is searching. Searching is such a fundamental operation. When you are working on your computer, usually what people do is they have shortcuts for all the recently accessed or frequently accessed files and folders on their desktop, and the desktop looks like so much cluttered. Now in the system which I have set up using Ranger and FZF, I have all the files on my computer at my fingertips. I can easily go and I can search any file which I want. So let me show you how that works, and let me delete this folder. Let me show you how to delete it. I just select a folder, I press delete, enter, and it's asking me whether I want to move it to trash or not. So I say yes, so that folder is gone. So we were talking about searching files. So let me open a new tab by pressing Ctrl N, and you can see a new tab has been opened, number 2, and I press F and S. FS is the shortcut for finding in the system. So let's say, for example, I want to find my Vim notes. So I can say Vim notes, and you can see it's doing a fuzzy search, and within seconds I was able to locate the file. I can open the file, and this is Vim, which I highly recommend that you learn. You can do whatever you want in the file, make your modification, exit. Now let's say, for example, I want to find my Ranger notes. Very simple, FS, I type Ranger notes, enter, and you can see immediately I am at my Ranger notes. So it is so quick to navigate the file system with surgical precision. And now let's say, for example, I just want to search in a directory. So let me close this. I am over here. I want to search for a file not in the entire file system, but I want to search for it only in the present directory, which I am. So I can press FD, which is find in the directory, and you can see, let's say, for example, I want to find an MP3 file. I can say MP3, and you notice that it's a fuzzy search. FZF does a fuzzy search, and remember, I'm doing all of this in the terminal. Even the previews that you see are appearing in the terminal. So I can select whichever file I want. Let's say this is an MP3 file. I can press enter, and immediately I can jump to that file. And you saw it was showing other files also which contain the letters MP3 in any particular combination. So quickly you can jump between files. So I already showed you how to do marking. I will see marking more in later sessions. So another thing that we do is we access system processes, like how much RAM is left, how much CPU is being used, etc., etc. So you see how quickly it is to do that inside your command line interface, CLI. So all I need to do is press DU. So DU is showing me the size of the current directory. So I can see that, for example, this directory called directory number is 2.7 GB. Another media split is 289 megabyte. If you want to quit, I can say quit. If, let's say, for example, I want to see the size of the directory for the entire computer, I want to see which directory on my computer is taking the most amount of space. So I can again go home and I can say DU, and this is going to take a couple of seconds because it is now scanning the entirety of my computer, around 300-400 GB of data, and you can see it's relatively very quick. So let's wait for it to finish. It should be around 600 GB of data in a couple of seconds. It scanned through all of it, and it is showing me that my productivity system is taking 265 GB, followed by documents which is taking 70 GB. I can further drill down. I can say okay, pools is taking 211 GB. I can go in. I can say okay, these folders are taking so much space. So it's very easy for you to find out which folders are consuming space. So I press Q to quit. So that was directory size. So let's say, for example, you want to see your system processes. So you say ESP, execute system process. So you see it opens this software called BPY-TOP. So it is showing you, what is the usage of your processors, which of the processes are taking how much processing time and resources, what are your disks profiles are, what about the memory, what about the network. So every piece of information is here, and it's making these very attractive colorful graphs also. So when you are done, you can press Q to quit. Another thing I want to show you is, let's say you want to see the preview of the fonts which are installed on your computer. Again, mind you, I am doing all this inside the command line. So you can say EFP. So this is going to open Ubersberg, which I use to preview files. So you can go and you can preview, preview fonts. You can go and you can preview your fonts. And let's say I want to search for only mono fonts, so I can type mono. And you can see that it has filtered only those fonts which have the letters mono in it. And you can go down and you can check. And when you are done, you can press escape to quit. So we saw how quickly we can go look at system processes, we can preview fonts, and we can check the size of the directory, how much memory, etc. is being used. Okay, so now let's move to the next section of the presentation, productivity tools. How can open source software make you productive? How can using Linux, Python, Xonsh, Ranger, Qtile, etc., they can make you more productive. So I have some demos here which I will demonstrate to you. Now keep in mind, you may or may not require them in your own productivity system, but here, like I said, maybe you can take some inspiration from some bits and you can use them. So that's the whole point. So first thing that I want to show you is splitting of media. So usually what I do is, let's say for example, I have a video, and you can see when I select something, I see a preview also. So this is an MP3 file, so I can see it is 1 hour 12 minutes long. If I have a video, it is showing me a preview of the video, etc. So if it is a long video, what I do, I don't watch the entire video in one sitting. I break it into chunks of 5 minutes each approximately, and I watch them whenever I get some time to watch them. 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, like that. So I want to split this video. So that's very simple to do. I have already created a script in Xonsh which splits these videos, and all I need to do is I need to press execute media split, and you can see now the splitting of videos has started and it's done. It has created a new folder called split, and you notice the extensions also. The videos got the extension of MKV and the audio got the extension of MKA, and you can play them also. You can press on any one of the video, you can see that indeed it has been split to 5 minutes approximately. I can quit that. If you play audio, the audio also plays inside the command line interface, and you can increase the volume, you can decrease the volume. You may not be able to hear it. You can press Q to quit. So this is how easy it is to split the videos and audio. Now let's say for example, I want to remove all the audio files. So I showed you masking FM, and I can say MKA. So MKA is going to go and select all the MK files, and I can delete it. So I press the delete key, press enter. It's going to ask me whether I want to delete it. I press yes, and all the files are gone. That's how quick it is. Now I want to see what is the total length of these videos, so I can better plan my day. I can predict how much time it's going to take me to watch all these videos. So what I need to do is I say EML media length. So now notice over here, it's telling me that the total duration of all the videos in this folder is around 34 minutes. But if I watch them at 1.5x speed, I can finish it in 23 minutes, which I recommend you do. Watch your videos at 1.5 or 2x speed, so you can get more things done in less time. So you can press enter, and we can you can do the same thing, EML over here. So it's going to show you here, if you listen and watch everything at 1.5x speed, you will be done in 1 hour 11 minutes, because remember it has that MP3 video also. So that is how you can split media. Now what about combine? Let's say for example, I want to combine some videos together. Let's say I take these 3 videos and I cut them and I create a new folder, and let's call it test, and let me move it to the test folder. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to again combine them into a single video. So I can do E, M and C. That's shortcut I have kept for media combining. So now you see all those videos have been combined in one single video. So I was able to split the video and then again recombine the videos. Okay, now what about converting video to audio? Let's say for example you downloaded a podcast which you only want to hear. You don't want to go and you want to see the video also. So it's very simple to do that. Again, I have written a shell script to do that, and I'm going to execute it now. Let's say for example I want to convert all these 3 videos into audio only. So you can say E, video, audio, and you notice there's an audio folder which has been created. All the 3 videos have been converted into audio files, which I can then listen to in my phone whenever I want. So I can, for example, execute this, and you can see the audio is playing over here. I can press Q to quit. By the way, there is also a very good tool called CMUS, which I use to listen to music in the command line. So maybe I can make a video of that sometime later also. So I showed you how to split media, how to combine media, how to check their length, how to convert them to audio. Okay, now let's see about downloading videos. Let's say for example I have this file which contains some YouTube links. So this is Neovide. It's a graphical front end to Vim, NeoVim. So I want to download this video. So what I do is, again, I open the terminal and I say video download, and I press enter, and we see that these videos have started to download. That script is automatically going to download YouTube videos and they will go inside the home folder. So while it is downloading, let's see some other, I think due to some network problem it's not able to connect, but we will come back to it later. So that's how you can easily download videos. And next thing that I want to show you is bulk renaming of files. So let's say you have 100 files with you, you want to rename it. So how can you do that? Before I go there, let me delete this folder and let me go to the renaming folders. You see there are some videos which I've already downloaded. Let's try this one more time. So I've already downloaded some videos to save time, and what I'm going to do here is I want to rename them. You see all of them starts with this NA hyphen something. I don't want this. So what I can do is I can press V to select all the videos, and then what I can do is I can rename them. I can say bulk rename. So it will open all the videos in Vim. Here I can change their name. So I've already created a macro to fix this. All I need to do is I just need to say @R. You see automatically all of them have been removed. Now I can save the file. It will ask for a confirmation. Do you want to rename the files? I say yes, and you see all the files have been renamed. Now imagine you have to do it on a GUI tool. How much time it's going to take? Here it's a matter of seconds. And now let's say for example, for whatever reason I want to number them from 1 to whatever. So that's also very easy to do. I have already created a Vim macro to do that. So press V to select all the files. Then I'm going to again issue the bulk rename command. And all I need to do right now is just say :I and press enter. And you notice that all the files have been renamed from 001, 002. Now I can save it. And you can see they have been numbered also. So that's how quick it is to rename files. Okay. Now let's move on to some operations on PDF. Let's say for example you're writing papers, you are doing some research, you are collecting notes. So how easy it is to do that inside a command line interface. So I have this file called ranger.pdf. I'm opening it with Zathura, and you can go up, you can go down, you can go full screen, you can rotate the file, you can press Control I, which for some reason is not working now, but anyway, you can yes, it's working now. So you can change the color also. You want to see in light mode or dark mode, you can do that. And let's say for example, I don't want all the pages, I just want 3 pages from this PDF. So now imagine if you have to do it in a GUI tool, how much time it's going to take you. Now let me show you how I do it in the command line. So let me quit that. So all I do is I say E, P and S. So that's going to split the PDF into individual pages. Let's say for whatever reason I want page number 5, page number 10 and page number 16, let's say. I want only these 3 pages, so I select those pages. I press V to invert my selection, delete. I delete all the other pages, so I have only 3 pages. Now I want to combine them into one single PDF file. So how can I do that? I can again say E, P and C. Execute PDF combine. So now you see I got one PDF. This PDF contains 3 pages and they all have been combined, as you can see, whatever 3 pages which I wanted. So how quick was that? So I showed you PDF splitting, PDF combining. Now let's say for example I have some images which I want to convert to PDF. Maybe I'm creating some slides or some notes for which I want that. So I have some JPEG files. I want to convert them to PDF files. So I say E, J, P. So that's JPEG to PDF. You can see each and every file has been converted to a PDF file. Now I want to combine them into a single PDF file. So first of all I need to delete the JPEG files, which you know how to do. FM, and you can say JPG is going to select all the JPEG files, delete them, and now you have these 3 PDF files which you want to combine. So you say EPC, and you can see now you have one single PDF file with all the 3 images. So that's very handy. Okay, another demo I want to show you is resizing of images. Let's say for example you have taken pictures of your receipts, your invoices from your phone, and you want to archive them for income tax purposes, or for whatever reason you want to resize some images. You have 4K images, you want to turn them into 1080 images, etc. So I have a few images which are 1080, 1920 by 1080. Let's say I want to reduce their size for archiving purposes. So what I can do is I can press S to activate shell, and I can say image resize, and I can say 480. Let's say 480 is the height of the image which I want. Press enter, and you notice that the size, this was 1 MB, now it is 256 KB because the size has been reduced. And you can see I can see previews also inside the terminal itself, whether it's a PDF, whether it's a JPEG, it's a audio or a video. I can see the preview in the terminal itself. That's how powerful the terminal is. And you can see here all the files have been reduced, their sizes have been reduced. Okay, so another demo which I want to show you is numbering files inside a directory. Now you may not need it, like I said, I require it. There are certain things which I do with it. So let's say for example I have a folder which contains 3 subfolders which contains files. So you see over here this file is not numbered. If I go to the other folder, these files are not numbered, these files are not numbered. Okay, I want to number all the files in the first folder as 001, this one as 002, this one as 003. Alright, so now imagine you have to do it manually using a GUI. It's going to take forever to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this folder and I say EDN. That's it, 3 keystrokes, EDN, and now you go there, they're all been numbered. This starts from 001, all the files in this folder start from 002, all the files in this folder start from 003. And I will leave a link to all these scripts on my GitHub. They're all free and open source, so you can go and you can hack into those scripts and see how they work, but how quick it was to go and number all the directories. Now 2 more operations which I want to show you is how you can quickly do a system update. You want to update your system and you want to take a backup of your laptop. So what I'm going to do is, Now for some reason, due to some network problem, I'm not able to download the videos. But usually what happens is when you execute this command and your internet connection is working, it will download the videos on your computer and then you can process them, you can move them, etc. So let's close this. And let me get rid of this also and open another terminal. So I have two terminals open with me right now. In the first terminal, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a backup of my laptop. And in this terminal, I'm going to update my system. So to take a backup of my laptop, I've already created a script. I say laptop backup B. This is the name of the script. I execute it. It's going to ask for a password. I press enter. So now the backup is being done on a BTRFS file system. So it is deleting the old snapshot, creating the new snapshot. Automatically it is now backing up my laptop incrementally. Only those files will be copied which have been changed. So while the backup is happening over here, let's move here and let's see how we can update the system. So for updating the system, I've created another script. I call it Debian update because I'm using Pop OS, which is a Debian based operating system. So I press enter and I give my password. And you can see now that the software has begun to update. Now this is not just updating the computer, it is doing many more things other than updating the computer, like moving some files from my camera folder to my other system, etc, etc. So a lot of housekeeping is also being done over here. And you can see here the backup is taking place. So while these things are going on, let's move to the next part of the presentation, which is a summary. So what is the point? So the point is that free and open source software celebrates individuality and freedom of expression. You have different requirements, I have different requirements. Rather than having a one-size-fit-all approach, if you know a little bit about scripting, Python, you can easily go and design your digital lifestyle, how you want to live in it, and you can take the things which you do on a day-to-day basis and you can automate it. And it's a great resource to learn about technology, and you don't have to take any permission from a corporation to look at the source code. Things are available. If you have curiosity, you can go and you can explore. Also, as I showed you today, it can give you a productivity edge. You can work with clockwork efficiency with surgical precision. You can make exactly those edits which you want to make, where you want to make them, how do you want to make them, and you can automate your entire system. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope it gave you some food for thought, some motivation that you should take the time out to learn about things, some things about free and open source, Linux, Unix, Bash, Xonsh, Python, Vim, Emacs, Ranger, Qtile, etc. And there are alternatives available as well. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and maybe I'll make more videos on how to set all these things up. And like I said, all the scripts and tools which I have used to do this is available for free, and the source code is also available, so you can check it out on the GitHub. I'll leave a link in the description of the video. So take care, stay safe, and see you in the next video.